Hi everyone, today me and Sachi are going to introduce the Chinese economy changes and the roles that Tencent played during these changes. First, let me introduce what Tencent is. It is a Chinese multinational conglomerate holding company founded in 1998. It subsidiary globally market various internet-related services and products, including in entertainment, artificial intelligence, and the other technologies. Generally, the economy changes caused by Tencent can be organized into three aspects. First, achieve globalizations. Reliance on import and exports are reducing, and the exploded internet use. To achieve globalizations, I would like to talk about the WeChat Pay that brought in by Tencent. WeChat Pay is a daily payment tool used by Chinese consumers around the world. Over 800 million monthly active users, and providing a smart and efficient payment solution for both customer and merchants. Nowadays, Chinese people basically don't need to bring cash with them if they have access to the internet, because mostly every place that you originally have to pay cash are now have WeChat Pay as optional. Now let's go to Sashi and ask her about her view and as the user experience for the WeChat Pay.
So for this question, I think compared to Venmo or PayPal, WeChat Pay has much more competitive advantages in terms of higher daily and weekly transfer limits, lower service fees, faster interaction between WeChat and domestic bank cards, and a much lower barrier of money transfer between individuals. In addition, from my perspective, WeChat Pay has become more than a payment option. It has intervened with users' lifestyle as it directly offers handy service ranging from direct payment for phones, monthly data plan, to domestic and international travel and transportation.
Okay, thanks Sashi for sharing her experience. There is also some other facts that shows the achieved globalizations is that Tencent invests in many world-famous gaming industry. For example, Uplay and Vital. While that considerably increased the Chinese influence around the world, especially for gamers and the gaming industry, and successfully build relationship with the giant esports or social media company around the world. Okay, the second influence that Tencent brought to the Chinese economic changes is the reliance on import and exports are reducing, which is a really big aspect. Well, in this part, I'm going to talk about the gaming industry that Tencent created. Before Tencent started creating games, the Chinese gaming industry is kind of desolate. The game came out from China, like the Made in China game, were all small made and low quality games. People basically only play foreign games, for example, the Minecraft, CSGO, and so on. Well, however, the situation changed when Timi, which is the gaming workshop created by Tencent, came out. And there are so many the world famous Tencent game created by Timi, and that basically improve the Chinese gaming industry environments. And finally, China started creating their own high-quality games and social media platforms according to that Timi workshop. As the Chinese influence in gaming industry grows, as well as their games start getting popular, the group of people who play video games in China also grows, and the Tencent start creating their own service, like the CN version for world popular games. For example, League of Legends, CS:GO, and Minecraft. They both are having their the Chinese service for the Chinese people to play. And well, okay, so Sashi is a pretty good gamer for the area of Valorant. While it's basically a wonderful Chinese made in China game. Let's ask her opinion about the reason for the explosion of this game and its advantages compared with other Chinese games.
So for this game, I think there are several reasons. The first one is it has low barriers of entry, so you can just it is very easily to play And the second one is this game is fast-paced experience. So you play one game is like between 15 and 20 minutes. Thirdly, a relatively low cost of money when you're playing. It fulfills the needs of different target customers. Like if you don't want to spend money on this game, you absolutely doesn't need to spend it. And the fourth one is the high user addition due to sophisticated game design. Most of the player after playing this game, they are highly recommended to friends or others. And the last one is integration of wide range of Chinese traditional culture. For example, the character in the game, like it is really relative in the characters in past.
Okay, thanks, Sachi. Well, the last aspect that I'm going to talk about is the exploded internet use. Well, 10 years ago, there's only 10% of China population are online, and only around a third that had a mobile phone. However, now, nearly everyone had a mobile, and more than half are using internet, like mostly on their phones. And one of the important reasons for this happened is the popularity of the QQ and WeChat. Before QQ and WeChat are published, the Chinese people basically communicate with each other using their phone calls or messages. Non-internet social media like the Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Well, so after the QQ and WeChat start getting popular, it arose the people's demand for the internet. So, well, let's invite Sachi to talk about her experience of using QQ and WeChat.
Personally, I think WeChat and Tencent QQ social applications has substantially intensified and accelerated the information exchange between customers, between business interests and target customers, and therefore made trading skyrocket than ever. The data shows by the end of last year, WeChat has covered more than 200 countries and regions with a penetration rate of higher than 90% in China's first-tier city. The combined monthly active users of WeChat and WeChat reached more than 600 million. According to estimates, the consumption of internet value-added service driven by WeChat exceeded 12.6 billion yuan in the past year. The information consumption directly driven by the government reached 138.1 billion yuan, equivalent to 4.31% of China's total information consumption in 2015. In life transportation, shopping, and other aspects, WeChat directly drove the traditional consumption of 275.2 billion yuan. All of this data shows the powerful influence of WeChat. With the increasing popularity of WeChat and the conscientious innovations of its business content, its social influence is also expanding.